Right, so we get this situation quite a lot. This is a brand new home with a bare section. Doing these there's a real recipe to it, and it's about order of operations and what you do first and what you do next, and that's what makes them quick and what makes them efficient and cost effective. So what we need to do here first is establish our levels and then run some timber edging around, so the boys will show you that happening. Here we've sort of presented with the first issue that this property gives us. As you can see, the next door driveway is a lot higher than the ground. The driveway that we were just standing on is higher than this point, and the back lawn is also higher than this point. So what that means is that this point is extremely low in relationship to everything else. Now that means that this is where water will end up. So what we need to do here is put a sump box in to take water into the drainage system and get rid of it. So that's what we'll be doing in this point to sort of solve that problem. Right, so when a house gets built, there is a whole lot of action around the foundation. So the ground next to the house, where the painters walked and where the foundation got poured and everything remains, it gets compacted and it's incredibly hard. So it's absolutely useless for putting a garden in. It's like concrete. So one of the first things that we'll need to do here is break this ground with the digger. That way, after the edges and everything are in and we come to plant, we've actually got something there to plant into, because at the moment it might as well be driveway. As you can see, these guys have built an absolutely beautiful Quila deck, which is a real asset. Quila deck's fantastic. My issue now when we're running these lawns and the edging and everything through is that we need to do something up against this deck, because if we just lawn straight up against it, you're never going to be able to mow it. You're always going to have grass growing up the face of the deck and that sort of thing. So when the boys run the edging around, they're going to run a timber edge across the front of this. It'll be 50mm wide, and that'll mean that when you come to mow and do the edges, you can bring the mower and the edging tool, whatever you use, around nice and easily, and you can cut the grass against the edge of your deck. When a new subdivision gets underway, it's all systems go everywhere. People are putting up fences and chucking in houses, and there's all sorts going on, and this is something that happens from time to time. So this fence has been run through, and yet the ground level of this property is higher than the base of the fence. Now, the reason that this is a problem is because most of the fence, like the railings and the pales, are made of H3 timber, which is not ground treated. Posts are ground treated. This stuff isn't. So we need to hook this dirt all away and retain a little bit through here on the back of this fence, just to give the fence some life. So the guys are going to skin me for walking all over their nicely prepped lawn, but this is what I wanted to show you. So we've come in here and we've run our timber edging all the way around, which has given us some nice mowing strips. And as you can see up against the edge of the deck, that's going to make it heaps easier to mow and do the edges around there. All of the levels are right. We've got fall out away from the house, so we won't have any water issues. We've gone around and broken up all of the soil in the garden beds and put some new soil into that so that it's ready for planting. These guys are going to get some hydro seed onto this pretty shortly, get the lawn away, and they're going to worry about the rest of their gardening over time. So we've done what we needed to do here. Yeah, thanks very much.